What it is, guys, it's your old boy Pilk, and I'm coming at you with another Dragon Ball Super review. And I'm going to pull a Tarantino here. I'm going to start at the end with the preview. Just talk about something real quick. They did discuss in there that, as many of us talked about, it is settled Caulifla was Super Saiyan 2. All the clues were there. I'll talk about that a little bit more, but that was a thing. So those of you that saw that took the context clues, big thumbs up to you. All right, so let's take a quick moment here to talk about one of my favorite things, because my review for last episode didn't happen. It just, by the time I was ready to go up, the editing just took too long, and last week was just a mess. All right, so you have the Trio of Dangers. They all line up. They do this Trio Danger Beam, and then Goku and Vegeta both each go blue. And Vegeta's like, final? And then Goku jumps in, is like, no, I don't think so, and does the Kamehameha. And then they release Ha and Flash at the same time. And, oh my god, for those of you that are Dokkan Battle players, really, and I think they did it in Xenoverse. I don't know. Honestly, I haven't played those games. This is a move we're all very, very familiar with. It's been in the games for a long time. The final Kamehameha. And it's not the first time we've seen it in the series, but it's an interesting addition. We saw it with Vegeta Blue. Now, to know that they can do it without fusing changes everything. It's not as powerful, because, mind you, the Potara fusion it amplifies their power. It's almost like one multiplied by the other. It's wonky, but it's not as powerful, but to know they can do it together is huge. This is what Whis was talking about. If you guys work together, you're an unstoppable force. Fusion isn't necessary, but cooperation is. That's awesome. Guys, they can do the final Kamehameha without fusing. There's no... That is awesome. But they close the episode with the Zenos erasing the Universe 9. And then you get this just agonizing... You get to see everyone. Ro here with just this horrible look on his face. And Cedra's just... It's like he's accepted his fate. It's really actually... This one is almost more heartbreaking than the last. But, yeah. The first thing we get in the episode is Frieza talking about how he's like, I'm going to manipulate that. I've talked about Frieza's hubris before, but this is just flat arrogance to think you can manipulate the Zenos. I know they probably are getting manipulated by Daishinkan. There's a lot of evidence to that, but at the same rate, I mean, it's just straight arrogance. It's very, very arrogant of him. But that's Frieza's character, and it is kind of cool, real talk. But yeah, you get even Universe 11 sitting around just awestruck. All these universes sitting around just watching the, I would say carnage, but it's not even that. It's just, it's disturbing, because we know in Dragon Ball from way back when that there's an afterlife. And then we find out that the afterlife is linked to each universe. So there's that piece of knowing that when you die, there's still something more. I mean, life is essentially eternal. Like a lot of religions. So, this destroys that, though. There's nothing. Nothing. That is the ultimate fear for most people. So, that's a very disturbing concept. But, Goku and Vegeta each look at this, and Goku's like, this is why I'm going to win. And get the Super Dragon Balls. And Vegeta's like, no, the winner is going to be Vegeta-sama. God, I love this sequence. Cannot get enough of it. I am going to do another video here. I was commented on a video of Geekdom 101. Great guy. I'll put a link to his channel below. You probably already know him, but just in case. If not, amazing YouTuber. But I think it's worth discussing. They talk here about, Goku technically is saving a universe. He didn't even come up with the idea of the tournament, but he reminded Zeno of the tournament. And because of that, instead of all the universes getting destroyed, one universe will be allowed to survive. And this Kaioshin just talks about that. And it's something that I think is lost in translation for a lot of the other universes. This is a discussion in and of itself. I'll make it its own video, but it's very complicated. Keep an eye out for that video. Hit that old subscribe button and hit that notification bell. And I'll make that video this week. I've never done a Dragon Ball discussion before, but I've got 2 coming out this week. I promise you. There's just a lot to talk about. It'd make this go way too long. But then I love that now the fighters are starting to get back into it. Frieza and Vegeta are like, yup. And then Android 17 looks at 18 and is like, we have infinite energy. Let's go all out. Love it. Love it. And Vegeta catches eye with hit and immediately jumps into action. And Botamo jumps in the way. Damn it. Damn it. And Vegeta wastes a bunch of time. Vegeta should know by now that Botamo can't take hits, but he still fucks around. And then at least gets smart and ties up Botamo's arms and gets ready to throw him out of the arena. That's when Vegeta jumps in the way, and you have this rematch of Vegeta versus Vegeta. But Vegeta already knows. He had a little reminder from Beerus, but he already knows that you can just throw him off by insulting him. He's just got a very easily bruised ego. Now, I think this killed the pacing, but the feel of the episode a little bit. I appreciate that Universe 6 takes us back to that old school Dragon Ball humor in the tournaments. But I think it was kind of ill-placed. I think maybe it was supposed to distract you from what happened earlier, distract you from the Universal Destruction. I don't know. I don't think it was as well-placed as it could be. But it was humorous. And let's real talk, again, for my Dokkan Battle players, who is not waiting for LR Bota Mageto? Really? Really? So Botamo jumps on Mageta's back, covers his ears, and he's like, I'm rubber, you're glue, bitch. I'm looking for something to throw right now, but god damn it. This is both stupid and amazing. So mad right now. So mad that worked. Oh, man. But yeah, so we kind of leave that there. And we move on to this bird guy. He does this kind of like fiery fart cloaca move and fires this like fiery ki blast. It was kind of a neat looking ki blast, but the fact he shat it out was kind of alright. Alright, I get it, you're wearing a kilt. It's real talk. But Gohan just tanked the shit out of it. One hand, just smacked it, and almost like I'm not sure whether he fired his own ki blast or whether he just redirected the energy. Either way, it looked amazing. And it deters him for a minute, but then old boy comes back with this like vomit breath. And I mean, he's not doing a whole lot of damage, but he is distracting. Krillin jumps out of the way and hits him with a triple Kienzan. Now, this was touted in the preview. We got a minor spoiler. We know he avoids the first two, and he gets hit by the third. Now, it doesn't. I was hoping it would completely cut off a wing. That, as gruesome as that sounds, think about it. It'd be like a lightsaber. It would just instantly cauterize it. It would suck for him, but yeah, I guess it's a bit too dark. So throws him off. But this was cool. Then you get Roshi do his Kamehameha. Does his Kamehameha. Jesus. Y'all. He does a Kamehameha and knocks him out. And that was... Finally, we see what Roshi's here for. The guy's not... I mean, he's off his game now. And all it takes is that, and he's out of the arena. It's not a killing move. It's just... It's wise use of your fighters. Very, very wise use of your fighters. And there's a lot of this that goes on in this episode. You get this fight between 18 and this wolf dude who plays dead. We already know he plays dead. It's not a spoiler because you should have damn well watched the episode before watching this review. Everyone's like, oh no, he's not breathing. Oh no.
Surprise, motherfucker.
And then kicks the shit out of 18. Now, clearly he's not very strong, so he's not a huge threat. But he does almost similar to what Roshi did. Roshi and Krillin. Hits her with his ki blast, knocks her off her game, and she's flying out of the arena. Now, I love this. I cannot get enough of this. I can't help but fanboy over Android 18 and Krillin's interactions in this episode. Oh, and guys, if you are an Android 18 fan, I have an Android 18 figure that if you click the Gleam link below, I'll put the video link down there too. I am doing a giveaway on this channel. I'm going to give it away very, very soon. This is October 1st, but I'm done. I want to move on. I'm going to give away something else and help the channel grow. All you got to do is sub. There's other ways you can win too, but they just add on top of it. The only requirement is you have to sub. Click the Gleam link. All the information is there. Someone's going to win it, and I will ship worldwide. Don't worry about that. But little plug. But yeah, of course, you get this beautiful shot of Krillin and 18 having this moment. And he uses a ki blast to launch himself back on the arena. Now, I will discuss it briefly, and I'll move on. If you follow the spoilers, you know that we were told that Krillin was going to get disqualified. So this whole time in the back of my mind, I'm like, oh, that's it. Flying's against the rules. He just flew. He's going to get DQ'd. But the fight continues, and I love this. He hits him with a punch. 18 comes in with his kick, and now he's just getting double teamed. And this next move was one of the best in all of Dragon Ball. I mean that. Like, this is probably my top 15 of all the techniques ever in Dragon Ball. And that's saying a lot, too. This, like, ping-pong ki blast attack. So it goes back to when, if you remember, in the original Saiyan saga, when Goku used that spirit bomb and had Krillin deflect it. Krillin charges up this ki blast, shoots it at old boy, but misses him. And then 18 grabs it, adds more ki to it, and each time they're just throwing it back and forth, and it's growing and growing, and getting faster and faster. And then finally it hits him, knocks him out. I mean, it was inevitable, but just back and forth, knocks him off his game. And that's going to be, I think, the interesting strategy here. Almost everything is intended to distract before it knocks you out. Whether or not it's a killing blow, I mean, it can't be because it DQs you. But very interesting. Great tactic. God, the more I talk about this episode, the more I love it. I wasn't as sold, but the more I review this, the more I love it. And Krillin is... Everyone's having this moment where they're like, yay, yay, yay. Old boy comes in and fucks Krillin up. Dude, you're in a battle royal. You can't just sit there and, spike the ball. Sorry, dude. Sorry. Now, this Fox guy was really interesting. I love 18 comes back and retaliates. And you have this bonding moment again. This episode was so 18 and Krillin centric. Or at least the last half was. I love that. Their interactions are some of the most beautiful in at least this arc thus far. And I love Krillin does his Taioken, the solar flare, the 100-time solar flare, and old boy just tanks it. I guess tanking isn't really... it's not a ki blast. It's just a blinding move. But you find out it don't work. He's blind. And he's working off of scent. So Krillin gets this bright idea. After getting kicked around a little bit, takes off his shoe, chucks it at old boy. And this was a total throwback to Dragon Ball with Bacterian. If you remember that, total throwback. Love it. Love it. I like that fight. I love this fight. Now, what's interesting here is this is going to be a point of contention with some people. you have the smell coming off his shoe. Then you immediately see almost like this smoke come up around him. And it's not like the shoe was that stinky. What this is just a representation of what his main sense is smell. His strongest sense is smell. And he's essentially been, for lack of a better term, blinded. So it's trying to show you, like, to him, it's almost like he's in a room of tear gas now. It's the moral equivalent. But then we get another moment where with the Kamehameha is used just as a ring-out tool. Love it. And another interesting point where I say briefly succumb to. I don't know what a good word was, but it's hinted at. We get this shot of the Universe 4 team and the 8 fighters that we know. And remember, they said at the beginning, they sensed another energy. So there's a hidden fighter somewhere or something. There's some ace up their sleeve that even the Xenos aren't aware of yet. So what do you guys think that is? Comment below. Let me know what you think is going on with that. I want to see people's honest opinions on it. Once again, and I hate to do this, but Krillin is damn spiking the ball, having a great time, and naturally Frost is the one that comes in and fucks him up. And then his stupid ass turns around and is like, now you see me, now you don't, bitch! Ha! And he's gone. End of episode. Dude, Frost is being a dick. But what a tactic. What a tactic. Real talk. What a tactic. So that's episode 99. Guys, hit that thumbs up. If you watch the preview, you know what's coming up. I don't like covering the preview because there's usually spoilers and shit. I don't want to over-speculate. That's why I don't do preview videos and I don't talk about them. I don't want to over-speculate. But hit that old thumbs up if you are stoked for episode 100. I don't just mean excited. I mean flock it out of your mind waiting for that shot. Damn it! Each episode gets better and better and better and better. And the more I review this, the more I love it. I didn't think it was as good. Now I think it's even better. I think my fanboy moment was the final Kamehameha. And the rest of the episode was kind of like, eh. This one, wow. Even more. Even more. Next episode should be packed with shit. So guys, that is my review of episode 99. My hype for episode 100. Sub. Win some shit. Like this video if you liked it. If you didn't like this video, I guess you can unlike it. Fuck you! Hit me up on Booker. I'll lay your ass out with another review next week.